We're about to go under starters orders to get this Sportlight final underway. And here's the takeoff. Oh, look at that launch there. That may have been Nathan Lavalley getting a good launch, but off the outside.
That was Creighton Dillon.
Yeah.
Cameron Cole right up next to him. And then number 4 of Josh Conley, your number 1 qualifier, giving Creighton Dillon a little bit of battle. But here comes Colton Krajcek into the mix. He's going to move up into that 2nd place spot. He's going to triple and go double, double, double. And, oh, looks like Creighton Dillon. I think that was Cameron Cole.
Yeah, somebody wrecking out there at the start of the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section, the yellow flag waving in that section of the course. Meanwhile, Colton Krajcek came barreling through, was 5th, and made it to the lead in one section of the track. And now look at that. He flies, and red flag is out. This will be a restart in the Sportlight final. The red flag came out for a crash involving Cameron Cole in the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section just as the field was coming around to complete the lap. So we go back under starters orders and try it one more time. Here's the takeoff. Josh Connolly trying to get a good run there from the inside, and he'll go all the way to the bottom, and this time ramping around on the outside. That looks like it is going to be the number 185 trying to get in there. Krajcek with a good start as he is sitting right up there now in 2nd. Kellen Chaperon fighting it out with Colin Anderson there for 3rd, and Krajcek big triple, and he will take over the lead.
Yeah, Colton Krajcek hit that the first lap, but I'm really surprised, first lap of before the restart, really surprised no one picked up on that, and he used that to his advantage right here, right off the start. So we have Josh Conley still running in the 2nd place spot. We'll line him up just a little bit better as they come across the Amsoil finish line. Looks like Jordan Beese, Colin Anderson, and then we'll have Kellen Chaperon rounding out our top 5. Cameron Cole in that 6th place spot after having an off. There was about a 5 sled pile up here right at the beginning of the race, so we got that cleared up, and now they're back on racing.
Yeah, Krajcek pulling away a little bit. And how about Jordan Beese up into a podium spot from the back row, and he is charging after Josh Connolly right now as they head down into that U.S. Air Force flyaway. Looks like Chaperon and Cameron Cole trying to move up, and they may have advanced positions as well as Krajcek airs it out over the Ram triple. Comes back across the Amsoil finish line jump, checking the gap back now. He's about 3 seconds ahead of Josh Connolly.
Yeah, Jordan Beese setting a really good time. That time by Colton Krajcek set the fastest lap of the race at a 44.0. And then Jordan Beese was not that far off. He was only at a 44.1, so pretty close lap times for these 2 riders. Jordan definitely knows how to make his way. Oh, Josh Conley and Jordan Beese get caught up together, so that's going to move Josh off of his sled. Little bit mad there, but he is getting on, and he is okay, so that's the good part. So that's going to move Kellen Chaperon up into 3rd, with Cameron Cole right behind him, trying to make his way up into a podium position. But here comes Cameron Cole trying to go on the inside of Jordan Beese. Could not get it done. You could see he kind of got a ski up into him while he went into that corner, but looks like Jordan Beese has now kind of stretched his lead out in front of Kellen Chaperon to about a 2nd-ish, and so Jordan just kind of stretched that out right as soon as they got into each other right at the U.S. Air Force corner.
And they are nose to tail as they make their way into the Skidoo rhythm section. Colton Krajcek working through the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section. And as they battle for 2nd and 3rd continues, they've gapped out a little bit from Cameron Cole on the 747. So coming around there is that battle for 2nd through the frame right now. Beese on the Arctic Cat, and then to the outside of him is Chaperon, and Chaperon is going to stay on the outside as they come around the Polaris turn as we watch leader Colton Krajcek again several seconds out in front of the battle for the final 2 steps on the podium here in this Sportlight final. And Colton Krajcek, yeah, he's got it wired here through this rhythm section. He does a step on, step off, then there's that little flat, and that's where he could normally throttle up for the triple, but you see the yellow flag is out for a sled that has crashed, so he had to whoa up, couldn't get the triple there.
Yeah, but Colton Krajcek, he has this track figured out. You can tell that from previous laps before. That last lap previously to this one, he ran a 42.3, and the last lap before that was a 43. So he's just getting faster and faster each lap as he goes on, finding even better ways to make his line smoother. So definitely got this track figured out right now. Let's see how far he is in front of Jordan Beese. looks like he'll be about 8.6 seconds, so 8.5 seconds that Colton Krajicek is in front of him.
And he's working the final lap right now, so he doesn't have too far to go to carry this one out the back gate and pick up a win here in the Sportlight Final. As he eases out of the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section, he'll work his way back around here to the Polaris turn and make the run down the straightaway toward the Amsoil finish line, looking to pick up the win here in the Sportlight Final. And here comes Colton back up to the Ram triple, knows he's got a nice lead, so he'll just take it easy here and cruise across the line to pick up the win here in Sportlight.
A little bit of a fist bump for Colton Krajicek. Jordan Beast now coming across the Amsoil finish line, 6.8 seconds behind of Colton Krajicek. Then we have Kellen Shapper, Cameron Cole finishing 4th. Josh Shepard rounding out your top 5. Colin Anderson's gonna hold on for the 6th place spot. Then we'll have Nathan LaValle, Stephen Max, Josh Conley, Connor Campbell, Scott Dahl, and unable to finish the race is Cade Fleming and Creighton Dillon. So tough luck for those guys. And welcome back to the Snowcross National presented by Quick Trip and Nielsen Enterprise. Right now we are in the beautiful Eagle River, Wisconsin. And right now we have our Sportlight podium finishing in the 3rd place position on the 254 Skidoo out of Edina, Minnesota. We have Kellen Chaperon.
Kellen, going back and forth that entire race, a constant battle. What was the most difficult part for you to maintain throughout it?
Yeah, I got a decent start. I was like 3rd or 4th, and then messed up that first rhythm section and kind of got back to 5th or so. Made a couple passes, and I mean, the roost was terrible. I couldn't see like half the track on the first lap. But throughout the race, I made some good passes and made some work.
And who helped you out today?
Huge thanks to Hilmerson Motorsports, Hilmerson RV, Hilmerson Sports Center, FXR, Doug, Chris for getting gloves, goggles, everything I need. Skidoo, Carrie for getting us all the parts and everything we need. CNA Pro Skis, Studboy Traction, Rock Speed Effects, Venom Products, DK Designs for the Sweet Wrap, and everybody else that helped me. Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations on your 3rd place.
And in your 2nd place spot on the 228 Arctic Cat out of Appleton, Wisconsin, we have Jordan Beast.
Jordan, this is a very technical track, especially in this whoop section right before the finish line. So what was the main goal to just stay up and stay strong?
I came from the back row, so I didn't really know what to expect, honestly. I just tried to fight my way through and just stay smooth the best I could. It was a little sketchy, but we keep it Carter strong. Just glad to be here, much less on the podium.
And who helped you out today?
Zanstra Motorsports, big help putting in work through the week, and Mom and Dad, Pure Kana, NMC Exterior Remodeling, Scott, Fly, Rock Shocks, or not Rock Shock, my bad. Rocks, Fox Shocks, Stud Boy, Dakota Cat, WPS, Artie Cat, everyone else I forgot, thank you so much.
Well, congratulations on your 2nd place finish.
And your 3rd qualifier finishing 1st place up on the podium on the 153 Arctic Cat, we have Colton Krajicek.
Colton, consistency is very important out there. How are you reminding yourself just to stay patient, especially when you do have that front leading position?
You know, when you start out, we've been working all day. Every big jump that we have, take a big deep breath. My mechanic, he's been really focusing me on that. He just said, take a deep breath in between and maintain and ride smooth. Don't make mistakes, and it paid off.
It definitely did. Who helped you out today?
Well, I'd like to give a huge shout out to my entire crew. They've been busting their butts all week. Mikey's back at the motel sick, but I really appreciate he's been here throughout everything. Dad, Dave, Mike with Arctic Cat, Climb for the amazing gear, Storm Lake Honda. You know, everyone behind me at Arctic Cat, they've really believed in me. Ron Hamilton, Stud Boy, Speedworks, Rocks Handguards, everyone that's just been with me, I really, truly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations on your first place finish.
Congratulations to our top 3 riders in our Sportlight final.
Once that fist turns into a pointed finger, we're under starters' orders. Here we go, FXR Sport Final about to get underway. 15 sleds roar off the line. We'll look for the stud boy hole shot. Emmerich Legendre may have it, but no, he's going to try to, wow, almost going around the outside. There was Kenny Mandrick, and look at Evan Christian. He snuck inside everybody, and he will have the early lead here as they go charging down into the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section.
Evan Christian has won here with the World Championship, the snowcross portion. He knows what it takes to win here. And Eagle River, of course, is a very different ball game, this course we have now. But he said coming into this weekend, just trying to keep a level head. Doesn't want to think too much about this points championship.
There's that big ram triple and head-on look as they come flying over that long Amsoil finish line jump. Adam Ashline in second. This is the fight for third and fourth right now. Legendre and Kenny Mandrick. Mandrick trying to sneak to the inside. Legendre powers around the top lane there off the FXR corner. They will double and triple their way in. A bunch of different rhythms you could take through that Skidoo rhythm section, including a step-on, step-off. Oh, and Ashline out of shape. I don't know if he was able to save it. Wow, just barely stayed on the sled, but he's going to fall back in the field.
Wow, almost looks like he came to a halt just near, but was able to keep it going. So impressive. It looks like we have the 102 now, assuming the lead, Kenny Mandrick.
Yeah, Mandrick has pulled out a little gap here over Emmerich Legendre. Meanwhile, Ashline cascading down the order to fifth. Eric Downs bumping up ahead of him. So Ashline lost about 2 or 3 spots, almost getting off the sled in the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section. And they work their way down through that Skidoo rhythm section. Then there's a little flat area, not much, before you get into the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section. And it looks like a lot of riders are tripling their way in so they can double the rest of the way through.
And as we just saw there, a lot of these riders favoring the right-hand lines currently as it stands there on the backstretch. I was catching up with Kenny Mandrick earlier, more on him in just a moment. We're getting a look at the red plate holder, Evan Christian, currently out front setting the pace with an impressive gap over the field. Looks like 5.315 seconds over our second place runner, Kenny.
And he triples his way into that Skidoo rhythm section, does the little step on, step off. Does another triple into the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section. So that's basically one long straightaway that you really don't get much of a chance to breathe. Maybe a half a second to kind of collect yourself between those rhythm sections. But Evan working his way off the Polaris corner. Here's the battle for second and third. Legendre has made the move coming off the outside of the Polaris turn. Mandrick coming back at him bar to bar over the ram triple toward the Amsoil finish line.
Man.
Oh, huge endo for Kenny Mandrick. And Legendre will ride away in the number 2 spot, so the yellow flag will be out in that zone of the track. That should move Eric Downs and Bo Tibbetts and Tyler Archambault up into the top 5 as we watch your race leader, Evan Christian, working his way back into the Polaris turn, headed toward the U.S. Air Force flyaway. These are those 2 90-degree turns that we told you about. And now you're going to see him over the ram triple here. And he will woe it up. The yellow and white flag waving coming across the Amsoil finish line jump. So Christian on his way here on the final lap, looking for a win here in the FXR Sport Final.
And Evan Christian talking to him earlier this week. Fun fact on the Christian family, this goes for Christian Brothers Racing as well. Of course, cousins to Evan Christian. He says their family roots in snowmobile racing date back to the I-500. So over here at the world headquarters in the Hall of Fame, you'll see some Christian family memorabilia.
He was the number 1 qualifier today, and he's going to be number 1 when it comes across the Amsoil finish line jump. Evan Christian will take the win here in the FXR Sport Final. And it looks like second spot is going to go to Emmerich Legendre on the 144. Final spot on the podium, finishing up in third. That is going to be the 129 of Eric Downs. Once that fist turns into a pointed finger, we're under starters' orders. Here we go, FXR Sport Final about to get underway. 15 sleds roar off the line. We'll look for the stud boy hole shot. Emmerich Legendre may have it, but no, he's going to try to, Wow, almost going around the outside. There was Kenny Mandrick, and look at Evan Christian. He snuck inside everybody, and he will have the early lead here as they go charging down into the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section.
Evan Christian has won here with the World Championship, the snowcross portion. He knows what it takes to win here. And Eagle River, of course, is a very different ball game, this course we have now. But he said coming into this weekend, just trying to keep a level head. Doesn't want to think too much about this points championship.
There's that big ram triple and head-on look as they come flying over that long Amsoil finish line jump. Adam Ashline in second. This is the fight for third and fourth right now. Legendre and Kenny Mandrick. Mandrick trying to sneak to the inside. Legendre powers around the top lane there off the FXR corner. They will double and triple their way in. A bunch of different rhythms you could take through that Skidoo rhythm section, including a step-on, step-off. Oh, and Ashline out of shape. I don't know if he was able to save it. Wow, just barely stayed on the sled, but he's going to fall back in the field.
Wow, almost looks like he came to a halt just near, but was able to keep it going. So impressive. It looks like we have the 102 now, assuming the lead, Kenny Mandrick.
Yeah, Mandrick has pulled out a little gap here over Emmerich Legendre. Meanwhile, Ashline cascading down the order to fifth. Eric Downs bumping up ahead of him. So Ashline lost about 2 or 3 spots, almost getting off the sled in the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section. And they work their way down through that Skidoo rhythm section. Then there's a little flat area, not much, before you get into the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section. And it looks like a lot of riders are tripling their way in so they can double the rest of the way through.
And as we just saw there, a lot of these riders favoring the right-hand lines currently as it stands there on the backstretch. I was catching up with Kenny Mandrick earlier, more on him in just a moment. We're getting a look at the red plate holder, Evan Christian, currently out front setting the pace with an impressive gap over the field. Looks like 5.315 seconds over our second place runner, Kenny.
And he triples his way into that Skidoo rhythm section, does the little step on, step off. Does another triple into the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section. So that's basically one long straightaway that you really don't get much of a chance to breathe. Maybe a half a second to kind of collect yourself between those rhythm sections. But Evan working his way out the Polaris corner. Here's the battle for second and third. Legendre has made the move coming off the outside of the Polaris turn. Mandrick coming back at him bar to bar over the ram triple toward the Amsoil finish line.
Man.
Oh, huge endo for Kenny Mandrick. And Legendre will ride away in the number 2 spot, so the yellow flag will be out in that zone of the track. That should move Eric Downs and Bo Tibbetts and Tyler Archambault up into the top 5 as we watch your race leader, Evan Christian, working his way back into the Polaris turn, headed toward the U.S. Air Force flyaway. These are those 2 90-degree turns that we told you about. And now you're going to see him over the ram triple here. And he will woe it up. The yellow and white flag waving coming across the Amsoil finish line jump. So Christian on his way here on the final lap, looking for a win here at the FXR Sport Final.
And Evan Christian talking to him earlier this week. Fun fact on the Christian family, this goes for Christian Brothers Racing as well. Of course, cousins to Evan Christian. He says their family roots in snowmobile racing date back to the I-500. So over here at the world headquarters in the Hall of Fame, you'll see some Christian family memorabilia.
He was the number 1 qualifier today, and he's going to be number 1 when it comes across the Amsoil finish line jump. Evan Christian will take the win here in the FXR Sport Final. And it looks like second spot is going to go to Emmerich Legendre on the 144. Final spot on the podium, finishing up in third. That is going to be the 129 of Eric Downs. Welcome back to the Ram Truck Snowcross National, presented by Quick Trip and Nielsen Enterprises. Let's meet our top 3 finishers from the just completed FXR Sport Final. Coming away third on the number 129 Polaris from Jordan, Minnesota, it's Eric Downs.
Eric, a very long technical track. Obviously, Kenny got up, he's okay, but when you see a crash like that right in front of you, how do you remind yourself to stay patient and calm so you're able to control yourself?
Oh, you know, you really got to calm yourself down and just try not to think about it. And just, I hope Kenny's okay, but yeah, you just got to try not to think about stuff like that.
And who helped you out today?
Fratellone Racing, Polaris Jr., Ben, Scott, my parents, Tony, Hayden, Logan, Jeremy Houle, Speedworks, Mystic Lubricants, Stillwater Motors, FXR, EVS, and anyone else I forgot.
Well, congratulations on your third place finish today.
Eric also getting those all-important Sunoco race fuel bucks that go to all of our podium finishers. Grabbing the number 2 spot from Saint-Julie, Quebec on the 144 Skidoo, it's Emmerich Legendre.
Emmerich, this is a very fast-paced track. As you were battling there basically that entire race, how are you picking the lines?
I was trying to be smooth in the rhythm section because it's a very hard track, kind of. In the rhythm section, it's pretty hard to have like perfect. But I just did my best, and I had a good battle till Kenny crashed. I didn't really see what happened, but that looks pretty bad. But yeah, it's not fun, but yeah, I had fun, and that's the main point.
And who helped you out tonight?
My mom, my dad, Teen Motorsport, Skidoo, Fly, Jill and Tim from KYB, the Lola family, Rock Speed FX, Studboy Traction, Crawl Machine, everybody else I forgot, thank you.
Well, congratulations on your second place finish.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the FXR Sport Final, not only the #1 qualifier, but also the current point leader in the division from Findlay, North Dakota. On the number 333 Polaris, it's Evan Christian.
Evan, right off that start, you took the chance and went into that first corner and basically led that entire race, and it looked easy for you. But go back to that start and talk about why you chose to pick that line right away.
You know, everybody just, I knew because we're coming in with so much speed, everybody's going to fade wide. So I took the chance, and I was like, well, let's see what happens, and went to that inside and ended up just kind of fading to the outside, tripling out. And after that, it's just time to get going and set sail. So I can't thank Fly Racing, Rich, Robert, all of them for coming out, Gary, Polaris, Ben, Junior, Rick, Lucas Oil, Walker Evans, Studboy, 139 Designs, Rock Speed Effects, WPS, Ridex 365, Diva Snow Gear, Motion Pro, Intune Marine, Linex, my mom, my dad, Casey Motorsports, Austin, Dahmer, Joel, the whole Doubt family. Can't thank them all enough.
Well, congratulations on your first place finish tonight.
Looks like that's going to be the case here. All right, Pro-Am Women Final. About ready to get the green lights here in Eagle River at the snowmobile capital of the world. Oh, good start for Megan from the outside, but she's not going to get there at the head of the class. She's actually going to fall back a little bit, way back. Oh, and Tasha Lang gets hung up on the berm. So bad luck for her, and great luck from Maylene Anderson. It looks like she is leading the fray now as they work their way down here towards this Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section. And looks like Megan just charging her way back through the field. She was in about 6th spot in the FXR turn. We're one straightaway down the track. She's in 2nd already.
What a charge. And we're not even completed one lap already. She's a shark and she smells blood in the water. We have her chasing down your race leader, but closely contested by, it looks like, the 331 Inanna Hauger.
Yeah, Inanna Hauger has been bad fast today, and she was giving Megan fits in an earlier qualifying round where they were going nose to tail as they go charging down into the Arctic Cat turn. Megan's going to drop to the inside. Might have heard Inanna was slid right behind her and figured, okay, well, whoever's behind me, I'm just going to take the line on the inside to protect the lane as they work their way down the straightaway here. And whoa, a little tilted back there. Looked like Jackie Farmer back at 4th, and she'll get the ship righted here as she chases after Hauger.
Yeah, we have seen Megan Brodeur with some great starts as of recent. This one, like you had said, was tough for her, but she was able to work her way through into 2nd. We've seen Maylene Anderson these last few finals has had to make powerhouse moves to take the wins when she has. But you look back just one round ago, she went down hard here on the first lap at ERX Motor Park. That is where she cracked her jaw, just got bucked off the sled, but she was able to rally back and able to garner actually a 5th place finish. So she had won just the night before, so a 1 and a 5 on the weekend just a few rounds ago, but it's so good to see her out here.
Well, Megan Brodeur has been able to pull away now from Inanna Hauger and get some separation, but the distance is relatively short here as far as feature laps go, as this one will only run about 5. So as they come around off the Polaris turn, that means a limited amount of time for Megan Brodeur to catch Maylene Anderson. Maylene doing the ramp triple and going ramp to ramp there on the long Amsoil finish line tabletop. Hard on the power here down that quick trip straight that leads down into the sweeping turns here, the Arctic Cat and FXR corners. There's Megan rolling along in the number 2 position here, looking to make up some ground. It was 5.3 seconds last time by.
Megan Brodeur, love watching her ride. She's so smooth, so much finesse there. And really on this section of the track where we've seen so many riders, the tail end of the sleds just bucking each way, she seems to have that sled under such control and really just carried herself well through that very tricky back section of the track.
And Anna Halger still holding on now by about 1.6 seconds over Jackie Farmer in the battle for the final podium spot here in this Pro-Am Women final. And the gap this time, well, Megan chipped about 0.4 of a second down, but she might run out of laps. Unless Maylene Anderson makes a mistake, she may be on her way to another Pro-Am Women final victory, which would once again tighten the battle up for the points between her and Megan. Meanwhile, Anna Halger looking to lock up a podium spot of her own here. She continues to roll along on her Polaris in the number 3 spot.
Inanna Hauger has not been off of the podium since Fargo, where she had an 8th place finish, but she has been so consistent. So 4 in a row, a 3, 3, 3, and a 2 for Inanna. She is chasing that win.
She goes out to the right-hand side here through that Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section and then drops down to the inside lane here for the Polaris turn. Here's Maylene making her way around the FXR turn. So she is onto the backside of the track here. Looked like one rider actually pulling off the track surface there for a moment. Maylene going on that step-on, step-off at the end of the Skidoo section.
And Maylene Anderson, a 6.252 second lead over Megan Brodeur. And quite the gap that Maylene Anderson is. And if she's able to hang on for just a few more corners, man, what a comeback story for 93.
And Maylene now heads down the straightaway toward the Ram Triple. She'll just double single her way through here and comes across with the checkers waving. Maylene Anderson gets another win here in Pro-Am Women. Megan Brodeur finishes second, so that points gap will be a little tighter going into the next round. And third spot is going to go to Anna Hauger, followed by Jackie Farmer and McKenna Kleiman. And then it's Zanstra Lang, Hasenak, Meyerhofer, Beckerleg, and Olivia Sobiech as the rest of the finishers. So
Inanna, let's talk a little bit as you were battling with Megan, basically that entire race, how you were choosing your lines and being able to stay stable.
Yeah, Megan and I, we were battling all day. I was just trying to choose my lines smart and just kind of go wherever she wasn't or follow her where I needed to stay smooth and try and get around her.
And who helped you out tonight?
Huge thanks to my dad. None of this would be possible without him. Huge thanks to all the guys in the Polaris trailer. Scotty, I can't thank him enough for everything he does for me. Junior, Ben, Rick, Bob, Eric, just everyone, thank you so much. And all my sponsors, Polaris Fly, Polaris Engineers Lubricants, EVS, Rock Speed FX, Stud Boy, 139 Design, Scott, CNA Pro Skis, SSI, Paparazzi, OGO, All Aspects Forestry, Advanced Electric, Norland Sanitary Service, 231 Adventure, and Countywide Power Sports, Rainey's Landscaping, and the Little Hemmer Girls and Hemmers for helping me out, Dalton especially. Yeah, I just can't thank everyone enough, and the Tibbets as well, Jim, Bo, Cindy, just everyone, and most of all, my mom and heaven for keeping me safe.
Well, congratulations on your third place finish tonight.
And finishing second here in round 13 for Skidoo BRP Fly Racing Walls Unlimited from Coaticook, Quebec on the number 31 Skidoo, it's Megan Brodeur.
Megan, kind of a wild day for you, breaking a belt in your second round and then staying in the second place position. But let's talk about this race specifically and what part of the track you feel best advantaged you and you were able to maintain speed.
Obviously on the start I didn't get a good pick, so I was way outside, and then I tried really hard to make my way around, and then I stood up for second. I created a triple on the first lap, I think, and then I just rode safe all the race and then ended up second. So.
And who helped you out tonight?
My team, Anderson Racing, my dad back home, my mom, my sisters, and my boyfriend, my mechanic, Jake, for working hard on the sled today, and also FRI Racing USA, D's Marine, MBRP, Speedworks. Steve, thank you very much for the clutching and your help today. Also, everyone supporting me back home, such as Electric, my friends, and CTI knee braces, Atlas Brace, everyone who's helping me out, Stud Boy, CNA Pro Skis, and Rock Speed. Thank you, everyone.
Well, congratulations on your second place finish tonight.
And claiming her 7th win of the season on the number 93 Skidoo for FXR EBS CNA Pro Skis, Rock Speed FX Dirty Dog Trosset Companies. That's number 93, Malene Anderson.
Malene, I feel like for you, it's that constant mental battle before you go out there and get out on the track. So when you're sitting in that first place right away, how do you kind of calm yourself down and kind of remind yourself that you're out front?
Well, that's also been a kind of big battle for me because I wasn't used to being up there until kind of this year, but I had a change in Sioux Falls where I kind of switched my mind up, and so when I'm in front now, that's where I want to be and that's where I like to be. You've got clear vision and you can decide what to do, so I really like being up there, so that's good, but the mental battle before is, I'll tell everyone out there, it's hard, but I'm pushing through and yeah, I'm happy.
And who helped you out tonight?
First off, I want to thank everyone that's out there and everyone that made this happen, the whole Derby complex and everyone. I'm so happy that we have the chance to do all the last races this weekend and next weekend. And my team, Blair, and K2 Motorsports, Boss Racing, Woody's, and Cole, Missy and Jeff for all the food, Tom and Jake and Kyle and Bill, and Sue at home crying as normal, and all our sponsors, FXR for my sick gear, CNA Pro Skis, Rocks, EVS, all my sponsors at home, my mom, my dad, my sister, Cole, and everyone. Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations on your first place finish tonight.
See, switching over to the clear lenses at this point in the night, but not for the competitor next to him. So some different visibility strategies.
So here is the takeoff for your Pro-Am Plus 30 final. Andy Leaders trying to get to that outside lane. He wants to rail it and go, and he has railed it and gone right up into the race lead as they'll work into the Skidoo rhythm section here for the first time. Rest of the pack going 2-3 wide. Kohegi in there, as well as it looks like Seth Engel and Ryan Kuhn all in the mix, along with Jake Blanchin, Jace Ryan on the number 338. He may have broken out of the pack there into second, but Leaders has already checked out by a couple of seconds here as he comes out of the Polaris turn.
Not only is Andy Leaders flashing that red plate, your current points leader for Pro-Am Plus 30, he's been bad fast all year long as he pulls a tear off. But also, when it comes to racing snowcross here at the World Championship Derby Complex, he has raced that race, the World Championship, for a number of years in the snowcross division, and he has been pretty untouchable. So we'll see if he can continue that trend here this weekend. So far, so good.
Battle for second here, Joe Kohegi holding on to the runner-up spot on the yellow Skidoo on the left side of the screen, right-hand side, the blue sled. That's Jace Ryan on the number 338, and Jace closing in, trying to make a move, and just did. Little bobble there for Joe in between the Skidoo and Nielsen Enterprises rhythm sections, so that's going to put Jace Ryan up into the runner-up position right now.
About 4 laps remaining in this one. See if we're able to make some moves here. We're getting another look at a battle that's shaping up between, it looks like, number 220, the 338, excuse me. Talking about that battle between Jace Ryan and Joko.
Yeah, Joe Kohegi looks like back and forth. That's Jacob Blanchin right now on the Arctic Cat. So he's trying to catch up here and maybe have a say in a podium finish. Andy Leaders 13 seconds out front.
Can you believe that?
He's in a different state. He's in Minnesota and everybody else is in Wisconsin at this point.
He certainly is. And one of our local connections calls Wausau, Wisconsin home, as we see him going just about, we're bar to bar, but almost 3 wide there as we see the 432 Joe Kohegi able to capitalize.
Yeah, Kohegi goes back into second ahead of Jace Ryan, and then Blanchin just coming into the frame there, not too far back behind them. So that's his second, third, and fourth. And now Blanchin turning the wick up here, and he is going to go sailing past Jace Ryan, who seemed like he was off the pace a little bit over the Emsall finish line jump. Of Blanchin just pulls away. So now Jacob is up into a podium spot in third.
Not the greatest start to this race for Jacob Blanchin, who races, he's teammates with Travis Muller in the pro class. Jacob Blanchin, of course, sitting second in points right now in the Pro-Am Plus 30 championship, but he has really been able to make his way forward in this final.
Back up front to Andy Leaders on the number 57 coming out of the FXR turn and launching his way into this Skidoo rhythm section. Nice and smooth through there. Now he'll head into this Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section. And Andy just having a fun ride here. So if the laps are somewhere around 42, 43 seconds as he comes into yellow flags, oh, what a bummer for Joe Kohegi. Number one qualifier coming into tonight. You can see the frustration there. That's a mechanical for him.
Oh man, tough break. Andy Leaders smooth sailing here on the last lap.
And he will go down to the inside here. You can see the roost coming up as he has caught a rider at the back of the field. He's going to go by Ryan Kuhn on the 442. You see the blue flag waving there. That's an indication to riders at the back of the field to hold their line because the leader is coming up on them. Andy going by Ryan Kuhn. So he has about a third of a lap left to run here. Now, I was going to say if a lap time ranges somewhere in the neighborhood of 45 to 50 seconds, Jacob Blanchin was 32 seconds behind Andy. You want to talk about stomping a mud hole in the field and walking it dry? Yeah.
Andy Leaders says, "This is my house," here at the World Championship Derby Complex.
There's the checkers. So the win will go to Andy Leaders here in the Pro-Am Plus 30 final with ease.
Jace, a pretty solid ride for you out there, but let's go straight to the start line and talk about what your mentality is right before that light is about to trip green.
Just knowing how the corner is down there and everybody's drifting up towards the outside, I just knew I had to be inside if I wanted to make a good line, and I made it stick, followed Andy out of the corner, and he was obviously super fast and tearing it up out there like always, and I was just super stoked to be able to get on the podium again.
And who helped you out tonight?
Inland transmission, CMP suspension, 75 designs, flying colors, CNA Pro skis, stud boy traction. My brother Dustin, he's out here with me today. A couple of my guys from work came with us, and we're just having a good time. Good race, great venue.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Well, congratulations on your third place finish tonight.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Your runner-up in tonight's Pro-Am Plus 30 hails from Garfield, Minnesota, riding the number 132 Arctic Cat, Jacob Blanchin.
Jacob, a solid ride out there for you today, charging a very demanding track, a technical track. What was the most challenging part out there for you to overcome?
I think mostly just the roost, and I missed both rounds of qualifying today, and I showed up super late, so I got a sight lap, and then I did the race. So considering that, I'm pretty happy with it, but the whole thing was pretty difficult because I didn't really know what was out there. But I got to thank Artie Cat, BCS, Stud Boy, and Fox.
Well, congratulations on your second place tonight.
Thank you.
And once again, winning in Pro-Am Plus 30, aboard the number 57 from Wausau, Wisconsin, it's Andy Leaders.
A pretty dominant ride for you, kind of start to finish. You have that. What would you say about the track is very challenging for you, but also helped you in your riding style?
Yeah, I think the track suited me pretty good. I like the steep and deep stuff like that, but yeah, I didn't get to run my second heat there, so I was a little nervous the way the track changed throughout the day, but still just, I don't know, got the racer in me. I just decided to hit some of the bigger stuff and found some good lines out there.
And who helped you out tonight?
I just want to thank Team Lavallee, Polaris, Walker Evans Shocks, FXR for this awesome gear and these goggles, showy helmets, Lee 8 neck braces, CTI knee braces, Kufka Granite, Kufka Conveyors, Rail Transport, CNA Pro Skis, Rock Speed Effects, and everybody else I forgot. Thank you.
Well, congratulations on your first place finish tonight.